Hello guys, Brad here again, another fragrance review. Today I want to look at a flanker fragrance called Armani Code Ice from Giorgio Armani. Here's what the bottle looks like inside. Little sample there. It says the fresh eau de toilette for men. And it's my understanding that this fragrance is discontinued, but I did get my sample from FragranceNet at a decent price, so I thought I'd check it out. It's classified as an aromatic and came out in 2014. Which I believe is 10 years after the original Armani Code was released. This one, top notes of mint, ginger, lemon, mid notes of lavender and geranium, base of woody notes. Now, the note breakdown is a little deceiving here. To my nose, the fragrance smells quite similar to the original Armani Code. So, Armani Code was woody. It had tonka bean, so it was sort of like a sweet, dark, woody fragrance. An alluring fragrance, and back in the day, a solid, cool weather fragrance. Now when he made the ice version, they basically took the original Armani Code and tried to just freshen it up, adding some mint to the mix, toning down some of the harder, darker elements of the original. And I actually sprayed Armani Code on my other arm for reference, and really the two are about 85% similar to my nose. In fact, this is when I'm referencing it with, this one's called Armani Black Code. If you know your fragrance history, you might know that Black Code was what they used to call Armani Code. I don't know if you can see that or not. Black Code, see that? Yeah. So I still have some of those Black Code samples laying around. You know, Code isn't a fragrance that I gravitate towards much anymore these days. It just seems a little weird to me. I mean, I don't really think that the DNA or the structure of Armani Code suits itself very well to a warm weather fragrance, unless you really basically make the flanker completely different from the original. And here they didn't do that. They just amped up some minty notes here, and really you can't hardly even distinguish the mintiness here. It just smells like a lighter version of Code for the most part. So for me, this one isn't really anything too special and interesting. It just seems kind of weird for me to wear an Armani Code flanker in warmer weather. To me, it's kind of like having a sweater that you really like. Maybe you're living in a cold weather area like Canada, wearing this really nice wool sweater, and then you move to Florida and you really love the sweater, so you cut the sleeves off and say, hey look, now I got myself a summer top. No, it doesn't work like that, and that's kind of how this one feels to me anyway. If you really love Armani Code, you can get a good deal on this one. Give it a shot and see what you think. Maybe it's a little bit more appropriate for the warmer weather than the original, which is understandable, because I don't think many people are going to condone wearing Armani Code or Armani Black Code in hot weather. This one, yeah, a little more suitable, but not necessarily something I would gravitate towards anyway in spring hot weather. So yeah, this one didn't quite make the cut for me. The smell, I'll say 6.5 out of 10. Now I do like the structure and smell of the original Code. This one very similar, so yeah, I still like it. I just don't understand it very well as a warm weather fragrance. Projection longevity, we'll say 4 to 6 hours, so about 6 out of 10 there. A little lighter than the original, but I do think that makes it more versatile. I think you can still wear this one in cooler weather because it does maintain the original Code elements, just some fresher aspects added to the mix. Uniqueness 5 out of 10 because it's just another unnecessary flanker of Armani Code. Price point, at one point I checked, it was like a $79 for a 2.5 ounce. I would say this one, if you already have Code, this one's pretty redundant. If you can get a bottle somehow for like 30, 40 bucks, maybe it's worth seeking out, but I wouldn't spend much more than that. Overall for me, 6 out of 10. A interesting take on Armani Code, the ice version, but I mean, Armani apparently discontinued it for a reason, and I can see why. It just doesn't really hold up for somebody that is sort of tired of the Armani Code smell. You know, it is nearly 20 years old. trying to rejuvenate it with an ice version just didn't quite cut it for me. So that's my thoughts on Armani Code Ice. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.